What's going on, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy. Welcome to another video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the ASUS ProArt StudioBook 16 OLED. OLED because it's got OLED display, and if you're a content creator or a graphics designer, video editor, or whatever it is that you do in the content creation world, this might actually be the laptop for you. This might be the one that you need to consider to step up your game in terms of your workflow. Let's check it out. The ProArt StudioBook 16 OLED is available in various configuration flavors, so you can have it up to AMD Ryzen 9 5900HX processor, which I have here. You can also go up to NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 graphics for all your video and graphics work. For anyone who's a content creator, a computer that saves us time and gives the least amount of headache as a content creation tool is vital. Besides a fast processor and a fully capable GPU, you need a lot of memory for switching between graphics-intensive applications, fast storage to quickly read and write files, plenty of useful ports, a display that's accurate, and it's got to stay cool as possible under extra pressure, plus any extras that would make your life just a bit easier when editing videos, for example. The ProArt StudioBook 16 OLED does mostly just that. Just to get this out of the way, this laptop is not specifically brand new, but as long as the ProArt lineup is considered, this is new. The laptop itself is hefty, but still compact enough to take around, even for your travel, so it's great for someone like me who travels between the studio and the home, so I can just plug it into an external display with up to 8K at 120Hz refresh. It's a very solid device in terms of design and how premium and durable it feels. It's super tough with military grade durability and coating that reduces fingerprints. But as far as design goes, I really love the amount of ports available on this thing. On one side, you have the Ethernet port, USB 3.2 Gen 2, audio jack, a fast SD Express 7.0 card reader. I tell you, nothing makes me more happier than having that SD card reader on a laptop aimed at content creators. On the other side, we have more ports. Two USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2, HDMI 2.1, DC in, which supports that 240 watts charging brick that comes in the packaging, another USB 3.2 Gen 2, and a security lock. So between all of them, you have enough to hook it up to your peripherals and even the ability to connect to an 8K monitor via the HDMI 2.1. You'll also see the Harman Kardon branding because it's got a really good sound quality in this thing. Although I don't really use it, I tend to plug in my headphones or connect via Bluetooth when editing videos. It does have a full mic array with noise reduction for video calls especially, or recording voiceover. Again, I would get a proper microphone for recording voiceovers though if you need to do so. Speaking of video calls, you also get that camera up top on top of the lid, which has that nice privacy curtain which you can slide to block the camera when not in use, and you also got the sensors in there which together helps you log into the laptop using Windows Hello. Besides the design, another area where the ProArt StudioBook 16 excels is in the performance department. This one here comes with Radeon graphics and it excels. You get a large display that's bright, vibrant, and it's OLED, and color accuracy is there as well with 100% DCI-P3 and is good with sRGB as well. You also get that powerful AMD Ryzen 9 5900HX processor, and of course I ran some benchmark tests and it sits just where I'd expect this laptop to be. It's not a gaming laptop, but it's still powerful to play games if you really want to do so. I ended up running Forza Horizon 4 on there, and it works really well. Only qualms is you can only go up to 60Hz refresh on this particular version. So you can manage the laptop's performance and characteristics. You get the Radeon software, which you can use to monitor your system performance, and you can also use my ASUS software to modify some of the laptop's behavior, like I said, so things like changing your fan speed and so on. As for the battery life though, it's not the best out there, but it still works pretty much. It will last you nearly all day depending on what you're doing, but I would assume people that would be buying this to do things like video editing or even gaming, if you really want to do that, you'd have to plug this in to actually really enjoy and not worry about the battery running out at all. In the Radeon software, you can select graphics profile, which allows for things like anti-lag, Radeon boost, and AMD FreeSync is not supported. The performance section also shows you the thermal management, which I have to say is pretty good on this laptop. So you have a solid design, you have all the things that you can probably get on other manufacturers' laptops out there, but what actually makes the ProArt StudioBook 16 special? Starting with the keyboard, the travel is spot on with good level of bounce, but of course this is down to your preference. Some may like it a bit softer, for example, but one thing is for sure though is that it's a joy to type on, and you even get a separate numeric keyboard on the right side. That's not all there is though. If you haven't noticed already, you also have something that you don't see that often or ever at all on laptops. It has that ASUS dial. It's a rotary dial that allows you to perhaps work faster. There's also a 3-button touchpad specifically designed for 3D designers who need the middle button to control special application functions, and an oversized touchpad that supports up to 1024 pressure levels for use with a stylus. It doesn't come with a stylus in a box, but it's still useful for content creation if you want to use it at all. The dial works really well with Adobe Suite. For example, when editing in Adobe Premiere, you can set it to scroll through the timeline. Although the options are limited as to which functions you can actually assign to it, you can load up ProArt Creator Hub to see which functions you can assign based on the app that you want to use. The dial supports Windows version of this, or you can use that ASUS dial system, which I prefer. The hub also allows you to set fan profiles, see your CPU load, and on the left you can select color calibration, which is also good for color accuracy, so you can have it as accurate as possible. Going back to that ASUS dial, I think it works really well. It's nice and tactile. It's just very responsive, and there's not much lag between the actual rotary and the function that you see on the screen at all. So I have to say a thumbs up for that. I was also worried that at first my palm rest is going to be hindered with that rotary dial there, but actually there's no problem there at all. If ASUS are going to be creating a laptop like this for creators, they have to carry on including this, because this is actually a great feature to have on the laptop. Overall though, I think it's a great laptop all in all. Good design, good functions, good features. It's powerful both in terms of graphics and processor performance. You've got big storage in there. Read and write speed's good as well. You've got 32 GB of RAM on this version that I've got here, and I think up to 2 TB of storage available in there, which is good, and RAID 0 as well, so it helps with that read and write speed. But I think, me personally, this is something that I would buy if I ran a business that's based on video editing and content creation business, graphic designer and stuff. I'd buy my staff, people that work for me, I'd buy this laptop for them to use. But for me to buy personally though, to use every day and carry it out and about, I think it's a bit of an overkill for me, and it's not something that I would actually buy for that purpose. But if you need it for your workforce, for editing videos and graphics design and all that kind of stuff, this is actually one to definitely consider. So that's it for the ASUS ProArt StudioBook 16 OLED. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions, drop them there as well. All relevant links will be in the description area if you want to check it out and check all the configurations and all that kind of stuff. Do check it out there. If this is your first time around there, please do subscribe, smash the like button and the bell notification as well, so every time there's a video up like this, you get notified. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.